Man, this Real Madrid team so far has been looking very shaky, I will say, especially in the back. In the back, it seems like it's like an amateur team playing. The amount of space that we have when the other team's on the counterattack is unbelievable. And it's something that has to change because, trust me, if we come out like this against Barca, don't you think Lamine Yamal will punish that? Don't you think a guy like Lewandowski, who's not even the fastest, but his finishing is exceptional and his positioning is exceptional as well, he might punish that as well. So far against the smaller teams, I'm just not impressed, man. And this Barca test will be huge because if we lose, some things have to be addressed in the starting lineup. But again, we win, and every week is the same story. Every single week, it has been the same story for Real Madrid so far. We win, but it's just not good enough. Even last season, a lot of people say last season, oh, the Man City game, you guys barely won. You guys win based off talent all the time, based off luck. I get that. But most of the time in the league, Real Madrid were playing very good football. They were playing coherent football. So far, what I've seen from this Real Madrid team is just not coherent. It just seems like there's no chemistry between the midfield and the defense and the attack. And yes, Mbappe coming in, it takes time to adjust. We looked at last season, we were playing a whole different system. We had Bellingham in the 10 and Rodrigo Vinny up top, and we had a lot more coverage because we had extra midfielders. When we played this system, first half we were very good, but second half we were horrible. I mean, today Mbappe and Vinny played as the two strikers, so we were kind of playing like last season. But I think Rodrigo does a lot more defensive work than Mbappe. Mbappe and Vinny, these guys were just staying up top, which I think it was constructed that way. It was told that way by Carlo Ancelotti. That's what Carlo Ancelotti wanted. He wanted them to stay up top, not defend too much, and just hit Celta Vigo on the counterattack, which it worked for one of the goals. I mean, that Mbappe goal, wow. When he gets that bit of space, that's going in. We saw it for PSG. We've seen it for France, in the World Cup. Wow. Just a bit of space and top corner, and that's something I've been waiting for. I'm sick of the penalties. A goal is a goal, but I've been sick and tired of seeing Mbappe scoring those penalties. I've been wanting something else, more variation, and he brought it for this one. I mean, that strike was incredible. And overall, to be honest, I think Celta Vigo deserves something out of this game. That could be said for any of the teams Real Madrid has played so far this season. Most of them, when they come against Real Madrid, it seems like they're like attacking forwards. They're incredible attackingly, but most of the case, they're not really that. It's just Real Madrid's defense so far has been a huge problem. I don't think it's on Rudiger. I don't think it's on Militao. I just think I think it's on the formation and how the team is constructed so far, because those guys are so heavily relied on so far. Their talent is incredible, and I think that's why sometimes we get lucky, because Militao and Rudiger, the way they cover spaces is incredible. But yeah, I think against a bigger team, we will get punished, and hopefully Carlo kind of fixes this, especially before the Barca game. And yeah, Celta Vigo, as I said, had a lot more chances. If you look at the expected goals, it does not seem like a Real Madrid vs Celta Vigo game. It does not. Celta Vigo had an XG of 1.69. Wow. And Real Madrid's XG was 0.74. Watching the game, I can understand it because Celta Vigo were just coming at us. Even the last minute of the game, they should have scored. And yeah, Real Madrid has to be better, otherwise they will get punished in the league. Yeah, so far we're unbeaten, but at some point we're gonna get punished if we keeping these games this close. As I said, next week against Barca will be the biggest match in the league, and probably for the whole league. Probably for the rest of the remainder of the league, because that's the match that will show, is Barca that team, or do Real Madrid still have that if factor about them, man? They're gonna win the league. That match is very important, and next week, something that's very interesting about this Real Madrid match as well. It's making waves on the internet, the video where Bellingham was incredibly mad at Vinny for not passing. I kind of don't understand that, because Vinny, if you're an attacker, after those two dribbles, you have to take a shot. If Vinny passed there, I would have been really mad, because a defender was coming, and that's a very hard pass to make. And if you play football, it's hard to see a guy like that. Jude wasn't really in the picture. He wasn't really too close. In that moment, most attackers, they should be thinking about scoring goal. But I think Jude is a bit frustrated right now. The system is very different. The way we play is very different. He hasn't scored so far this season, which is unlike him compared to last season, where at this point of the season, he was flying. He was on like 7 goals, I believe in 6 matches, or 8 goals in 6 matches. So right now he has 0 goals in 6 matches. Doesn't feel like him, but I think Jude's role this season is a lot different. His role is not the same at all. This is 2 different seasons and 2 different roles. Last season he was expected to score. Last season he was expected to, be in that final third. This season is a lot different. I think we need him to be a lot more defensive, and I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know if he welcomes that. I don't know if he wants to be like last season. I don't think it's a huge problem. I mean, Jude so far, he has been, in my opinion, a top 3 player so far at Real Madrid. The stats don't matter. Sometimes it's all about the eye test, and the way he's defending, the way he's maneuvering around the defense, around other midfielders, and the way he's dribbling, the way he's carrying the ball. This guy has been incredible. He has been so good. So it's not all about scoring. He has to change his role because Mbappe's there right now. Vinny still has to get the goals. Rodrigo still has to get goals. He has to change his role. So listen, he may not be scoring, but he's a big help. And today, didn't assist, didn't score, but just looking at how he plays, he's running all the time. He's defending all the time. Him and Valverde, as I said, those two guys in our midfield, even Camavinga, even Tchouaméni, but those two guys in particular, Bellingham and Valverde, they are so huge to the team. They're very big. And in my opinion, we know what Mbappe's gonna do. We know what Vinny's gonna do. We know what Rodrigo's gonna do. But Bellingham and Valverde, they're the most important components to this team's success. That's my opinion. I think those two guys, when they step up, most likely Real Madrid will win. So yeah, that's what I think so far of Bellingham's performance this season. He doesn't need to score, but he's just been so good. Even a shout out to Fran Garcia, because today he defended incredibly. But yeah, let's talk about the last goal Real Madrid scored. It was 1-1 at that point in the 60th minute, 70th minute. And Vinny, let me give a shout out to Luka Modric actually. Luka Modric came on. He's now the oldest player in Real Madrid's history. That is crazy because I remember him getting signed and him being criticized, and now he is the best player, not the best player. Well, he's one of the best midfielders in Real Madrid's history, and as well, he's the oldest player in Real Madrid history, which is a great and a fine accomplishment. But he comes on, and this season I've been kind of critical of Luka Modric myself. I think he hasn't been putting out the best performances, which is expected. This guy's what, 40? He's almost 40, I think, or he's 39. Doesn't matter. He's old. That's the point. And he comes on and he gives Vinny a perfect pass. Everybody thought it was offside, but he gives Vinny a perfect pass. You know, if he made that pass a second later, it would probably have been offside, but he makes it perfect to the point where Vinny has a one-on-one and he dribbles around the goalie. Great finish from him as well. Great finish. Vinny as a finisher, man, the way he's developed is astounding as well. I didn't expect this from Vinny 4 or 5 years ago. But now him in front of goal, he has great confidence, and most of the time he finishes it. So that was a huge goal, and after that goal, I thought Real Madrid has it secured. Although we still have shaky moments, the last minute, as I said, they should have scored. Celta Vigo should have scored. Real Madrid are currently second, and they have 7 wins and 3 draws. Next game is Barcelona, as I said. It's going to be very interesting. Dortmund game is going to be interesting as well, but the Barca game is going to be incredibly interesting to see, especially Mbappe in his first El Clasico against Lamine Yamal. That's going to be a crazy game. So you won't want to miss that, the review. Subscribe, like, do all that if you can. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and peace out.